No, Paddy Guthrie. You have a ghost story, have you?
I have a ghost story, yeah.
Right.
I have a ghost story about that big house yawn up there. Over Grove House.
Grove House, yeah.
Yeah. When I was a child, I lived in Grove House. We lived in the flats up the top. Noni Hastings was the landlady. And we used to be out at the top of the house when we were kids, playing on the landing. And myself and a girl who was away from Westport many's the year, Cleena Murphy, were playing at the top of the stairs. And it'll tell you how young we were. We were playing with blocks, ABCs.
Yeah.
Anyway, we became aware of this man standing on the stairs.
Yeah.
He was a big, tall man, and he was in uniform. He had an officer's hat, I know my history, with a red band on it. He came up the stairs. Under his oxter he had a leather satchel. When he got to the top of the stairs, we both realised that he had no feet. He was gliding. He wasn't aware of us, I don't think, but we were well aware of him because Cleena started crying. He glided down the hall and he turned sideways to the door at the end of the hall. And as he turned sideways, he started to disappear. So being the inquisitive sort that I have always been, a bit of a precocious child, I ran down to the hall, to the end of the hall, to the door where he had disappeared. And I put my hands against the door, and I could feel the electricity going through me. I think it has something to do with the fact that my hair is standing on the top of my head to this day. Now, you can take that and do what you want with it, but that's gospel. As long as I'm sitting here, that's gospel. And you can ask the people involved. They've seen it as well.
And when did you say anything to him?
Did we? Hell, did we? Hell, we seen the man disappear, Ollie.
Yeah,
what do you think? Now, I'll tell you another story about Grove House. Grove House, my grandmother, God be good to her, sainted woman that she was, she used to always refer to Grove House as the back to front house. And the reason it's back to front is the front door is at the back. The back door is on the front.
That's right, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, back in the day, George Glendenning's daughter, I think her name was Louisa, now I could be corrected on that. She was a bit of a herbalist and a bit of a wise woman. And the people of the town loved her because she'd administer medicine, a bit like yourself. A bit of a doctor, a bit of a quack. A bit of a quack. Anyway, listen, she used to go up to the top of what is now Monument Hill, gathered in herbs and all the different stuff she used to use in the medicine. Now, there was a bull field up at the top of Sandy Hill, and she was picking herbs up there, and she got, God be good to her, she got gored to death by a bull in the field. Anyway, it broke George Glendenning's heart, apparently, and that's the reason that the house is built facing up to Monument Hill.
Okay.
Now, people don't ask why it's called Monument Hill. Well, there was a monument built on the top of the hill to the memory of George Glendenning's daughter, so as that he could get up in the morning and have his breakfast and look up the hill and always remember his daughter, Louisa. We'll call her Louisa. She was supposedly called after Lord Sligo's daughter. I don't know how true that is. But anyway, that's a story for you.
That's a story.
And come here until I tell you, were you ever down in the well in the basement?
I was.
How deep is it?
About 2 feet.
About 2 foot deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know how many?
Spring well.
Do you know that people for years used to say that well was 80 foot deep? That's a fact, and it's 2 foot deep.
Well, I saw a fella standing in it now, cleaning it out.
Cleaning it out.
And it's about 2 foot deep.
Come here, is there
But a
anyone,
lot of water comes out of
did
it.
anybody ever mention to you about Munkle?
Munkle. Well, that's what Karen was talking about. Munkle the other day.
Right, well, Munkle was the ghost.
No, it was the ghost.
Munkle is the ghost of that fella that we seen on the stairs. Now, back in the 30s...
He's the same person now?
I think so.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll tell you this now, that back in the day, that there was a story done about that. It could have been the Irish Times. But there's records of that haunting, you know, when the girls were staying in the place. So, there you go now. I hope I gave you a little bit of info that you didn't have.
He did, actually, yeah. The honest, full truth.
The honest, full truth.
Good man.
No.